There's a part of the internet you've never seen, not because it's hidden behind a paywall or buried on page 10 of a search result, but because it was built to be invisible. No Google can find it. No link will lead you there by accident. To even knock on its door, you need a special key. They call it the dark web, and almost everything you've heard about it is wrong. The 3 layers. To understand the dark web, forget everything the movies told you. Start with a map. The internet has 3 layers. The first is the surface web. This is everything you already know. Google, YouTube, Wikipedia, the news. Every page a search engine can find and index. It feels enormous. But here's the twist. The surface web is estimated to be only a sliver of the whole internet. Some say as little as 4 to 5%. Below the surface sits the deep web. And this is where the first myth dies. The deep web is not sinister. It's just everything that isn't indexed by search engines. Your email inbox, your online banking dashboard, a company's internal database, your medical records behind a login. You use the deep web every single day. It's the biggest part of the internet by far, and it's completely mundane. And then, at the very bottom, there's the dark web. This is a tiny corner of the deep web, deliberately hidden, intentionally anonymous, and reachable only with specific software. It's not big, it's not most of the internet, but it is, without question, the strangest. The door. How it stays hidden. So how do you hide an entire network in plain sight? The answer is a piece of technology called Tor, short for the onion router, and the name is the whole idea. When you send a message on the normal internet, it travels in a more or less straight line, and anyone watching can see where it came from and where it's going. Tor refuses to play that game. Instead, your connection gets wrapped in layers of encryption, then bounced through a chain of volunteer computers scattered across the world. Each computer peels back only one layer, just enough to know where to pass it next. None of them can see the whole path. By the time your request arrives, its origin has been scrambled beyond recognition. No single point in the chain knows both who you are and what you're doing. That's the magic. That's how the dark web disappears. And here's something they don't tell you. Tor wasn't built by criminals. It was originally developed with help from the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory, designed to protect government communications. Today, it's maintained as free, open software, used by millions of ordinary people. The door was never evil. It's just a door. What matters is who walks through it. What's actually down there? So you've got the key. You've stepped inside. What do you actually find? The honest answer is, it's less like a hidden supervillain lair, and more like a rundown city at 3 a.m. Some doors lead somewhere important, some lead to scams, and some are best left shut. Let's walk the corridor. The first door is the one nobody expects: sanctuary. For journalists, whistleblowers, and activists living under censorship, the dark web is a lifeline. Major news organizations run secure drop boxes here, so sources can leak documents without being traced. When a government cuts off the open internet, this is how information still gets out. To a dissident, that anonymity isn't a threat. It's survival. The second door is privacy, for its own sake. There are dark web versions of ordinary things: search engines, email providers, forums, even a mirror of the entire encyclopedia. People come here who simply don't want to be tracked, profiled, or advertised to. In a world that logs your every click, some just want to be a ghost. The third door is the marketplace, and this is the one that built the legend. You've heard the stories. Anonymous bazaars where anything can be bought, paid for in cryptocurrency, shipped in unmarked packages. And yes, that world exists. Illegal marketplaces have come and gone, taken down one after another by international law enforcement. But I want to be clear about something, because it matters. This channel is not a how-to. I'm not going to hand you a map to anything illegal, because walking through that door doesn't make you a hacker in a movie. It makes you a target for scammers who take your money and vanish, and a target for agencies who are far, far better at tracking people than those people think they are. Anonymity down here is a tool, not a superpower. It fails all the time. And then there's the last door, the one the internet loves to whisper about. Hitmen for hire. Red rooms. Human experiments streamed live. Here's the truth almost no one says out loud. The overwhelming majority of that is fake. The scariest legends of the dark web are, again and again, revealed to be scams, hoaxes, or pure creepypasta. Myths designed to separate the curious from their money, or just to farm your fear for clicks. The real dangers down here aren't cinematic. They're boring, and they're worse. Fraud, stolen data, malware, and the genuinely disturbing corners that law enforcement works around the clock to burn down. Not everything hidden is a treasure. Some things are hidden because they should stay buried. The real takeaway. So here's what the dark web actually is. Once you strip away the myth, it's not a place, it's a technology, anonymity. And anonymity has always been a double-edged sword. The same invisibility that shields a journalist from a dictator also shields a scammer from the law. The same door that protects a whistleblower hides a marketplace. The tool doesn't care who's holding it. Most people will never need to go down there, and that's completely fine. But understanding that it exists, and understanding why it works the way it does, tells you something bigger about the internet you use every day. That privacy is fragile, that anonymity is powerful, and that the line between freedom and danger is often just a single layer of encryption thick. The dark web isn't the internet's monster, it's its mirror. If this pulled back the curtain a little, do the thing that keeps this channel alive. Subscribe and drop a comment with what you thought was down there before you watched this. And next episode, we're going deeper. How one of the biggest dark web markets in history was actually taken down. Stay curious. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.